Well, hi everybody. Dave Rolfe here, and this is the Smart Networker. And today we're going to learn more about our new back office, and we're very excited about this. And so I'm going to get into my screen here and share with you and show you the PowerPoint. So here we go. Okay, the new Nikken back office. Functions, information, and uses. And this is video one of two videos. So first, understanding the back office, video one. We're going to talk about the login, a definition of terms, the navigation tabs on the top part of the landing page, My Nikken and Enroll, the language button, messaging, and the name tab with the drop-down menu for My Account, Order History, Wellness Subscription, Personal Web Page, and then we'll cover events and quick links. That's what we're going to do in this video. So the new back office is now operational, and it still has some challenges going on, but those are going to be corrected. And we're not here to talk about the technical issues. We're here to talk about, form and function, so to speak. And so we're going to look at the whole website, all the navigation tabs, all of the information, and all of the uses that will help you, build your business, and that's what this is all about. And there's a lot of data to go over, so there will be two videos. So this one, and then we'll end, and there'll actually be another one that you can review. Both of them are going to be posted on this website, and we'll go from there. So the first video will cover the login, how that's going, what's happening there, defining the navigation tabs at the top part of the page, and that includes the My Nikken, the Enroll, language, messaging, and of course the name tag with the drop-down menu for your account. And then it's the title is My Account, Order History, Wellness Subscription, Personal Web Page, plus we'll look at the events and the quick links at the bottom of the landing page. In the second video, what we're going to cover there is the main menu bar, the Shop Now, Manage My Subscription, the My Business page, genealogy, create link, view links, and the tools section. And of course, we'll add in stuff as we go. Okay, so first of all, I think we all know that we log in at www.mynikken.com. I'm using a PC. I have talked to people that are using Macs, and again, there's the phones, and there's all kinds of technical issues. And of course, that's up to the technical team in Nikken. So what we really want to cover today are mainly functions. So if there are some workarounds or some little tips, I definitely will provide them. So usual, type in your name, put in your password, log in. Now, when I first did this, you had to then create a new account, and of course, and again, as this is something that's changed. We'll talk about that. But I've also found that as the system begins to stabilize, I found that if you're having trouble logging in, either because you were in and you used your back tab to move backwards or something of that nature, and things show up as an error, I found that if you go to the top of the page under name and click in the drop-down window, the logout function, just log out and then log back in, and I found that allowed me to continue doing the work that I wanted to do. It may not handle what you need to handle, but it was a quick fix that I found that was workable. Okay. So if you don't have an account, you have to create an account. Here's what you do. It's very simple. You just put in your ID and your email address, and that'll take you to another page. I can no longer get into that, so because I'm all set up. But as of Friday, February 25th, 2022, most customers and most consultants will no longer need to create a new account. So that's progressing at a very nice rate. Use old emails and old passwords. And if you run into a challenge, again, call Nikken, and they'll help you out. They're swell. They're just doing a great job at helping and making sure everything does. And the technical team's going as fast as they can to make sure everything works 100%. That's the goal. Okay. So when you're logged in, the default page currently is the My Business page. And because this is primarily for business use, that was the intended direction. So basically, here's what you're looking at, and what you have is basically a summary of your personal point volume, your group volume, your OV outside the primary leg, the secondary leg, and outside those two. You have, the goings on of what's, happened this month compared to last month, both in personal and group activity. And then, of course, you have your graphs, and which shows you, kind of gives you a picture and idea. We'll look at each one of those in detail. But for the first part, we want to talk about the tabs and the functions of that you can use to get the information that you want. Okay. So the first tab at the top is the My Nikken and the Enroll tabs. Now, the My Nikken tab is really basically a return default switch to get you back to the My Business page. From if you go somewhere else or you need to refresh, it's the refresh tab, and it takes you back to the My Business page. And the enroll function, this is to allow you to set up a new customer and or a new consultant. And again, by clicking on those, one of those buttons will direct you. If you click on the My Nikken, it'll take you back to the business page. If you click on the enroll, it'll take you to this page. And this allows you to set up a new customer or a new consultant. And you have your choices there, so you just click on either one, and then it'll direct you to what you need to do next. So if it's a customer or consultant, product selection, their information, payment information, confirmation, and then submit. All right. Pretty simple. Not that difficult to. Now, just to go back there just a moment, some people have had a couple of challenges in this area, and it's a technical issue. What I want you to understand is once everything gets done, this is where you're going to be using it the most. So it's a matter of getting used to how this works, why it works, and what it's going to provide for you. Okay, next tab. So on the top right corner, there are three functions, and the first is the language. And if you click on that, it's English, French, or Spanish, and that'll turn the website into whatever language is being requested. The next function where you see the little 0 and number, that is the message center. So if you click on that, this will display, and it will show you your messages, anything new, and then you can manage your messages, you can send a message. And we'll get into that momentarily. And then the next is your, now I'm using my account to create this, so it's Welcome Seller Management, and then there's that drop-down window, which will tell me about my account, my order history. I can manage wellness subscriptions there, my personal web page, and of course the sign out. Now, I really want to pay attention to this sign out, that if you're in your system, I highly recommend that if you're going to leave it, make sure you click on that and actually sign out. And I think that's very important. Okay, so let's now get into the My Account, because this is an important area. So in the first section are the account settings. So you can see that you've got, your account name, the language preference, your mailing address, your email address, your phone numbers. You can put in your PowerPoint picture here, personal web page picture, I should say. You can change your password, create your time zone. And at the very bottom is account activity. That'll be the next slide, but this is kind of an important issue. And then on the right-hand side, you've got your messaging information, your ship-to address, and of course your payment information. We'll cover each one of those separately. So here we go. So the first is the account activity at the bottom. Now, this is really a cool feature, and this is the same as the account inquiry tab that we used to have in the previous system. So this is where you see your banking, when you got a check, when they deposit something for the week, when they deposit something for the month, when they claw back something. So it's the same function as the account inquiry, and that's an important aspect, I think, for most of us to utilize. So that's where it's at. It's on that drop-down menu under your account and at the very bottom on the left. Okay, just to reiterate it, It's right there, okay? You just click on that tab and you're there. Okay, moving forward. Message settings. So again, in here, this is how you manage your messaging. And so you open up the first one, notification settings. This allows you how to be notified if you want to be notified, how often you want to be notified. And it's very self-explanatory if you just read the information. I'm not going to read it all now. I'll leave it up to you. Along with this, I will put up the PDF of this PowerPoint presentation so you can print that off or look at it or read it as a reference if you need to on this. And then you have the block references. If you want to block messages coming from somebody, you can do that. And then also you've got your storage. And in this tab, you can save messages and store them in different files and set up the names and the rules, which you can see in the drop-down menu here. You know, their corporate messages, whatever it is, from a distributor ID, you know, and the information that it contains is. So you just got information that you want to keep about the history on something or somebody. Okay. Order history. Now, in this particular tab, you get to see the orders that you have placed either under personally or under your customers. The one I've got showing here is the personal, so this just shows me the orders that were made, that I've made, gives the date, you know, the ship date, the PV and the volume and the invoice number. And then if you do the same with the customers, there's a slightly different headings at the top, but again, it's very useful. And the one thing that I've asked the company is that in the old system, we used to have the ability to track and to drill down a customer and see the orders, and that aspect is being worked on. It's not functional yet here, so just so you know that right now. Okay. Wellness subscription. So on the again in the drop-down menu from the My Account, and then you get into the wellness subscription after order history, and again you follow the links, and when you click on the link, it takes you to the wellness subscription products page, and there you select the products and finalize the order. Very easy to get that follow and get done. Now there's another area where you will also be able to manage wellness subscriptions, and I'll get into that, but it takes you to the same place, either one. So there you go. Once you click on the wellness subscription, again you've got the personal and or the customers, and if I want to see an existing wellness subscription for myself or for a customer, I just simply select the correct tab and the order history line as indicated by the arrow. Okay, so this is just for information at this point in time, and then if you go into the next one, then this is the product area where you're actually going to select the product for your subscription. And if you see this little flag here, in this application you can choose which country you wish to place your wellness subscription. So now, again, pretty simple. You simply click on the flag and the icon, and a drop-down menu will show either the United States or Canada. So in this, I did that for this particular product, the Kinko Ground, and the American and the U.S. And I just switched, and as you can see, one's got U.S. and one's got C, and they've got the different prices. But the PV is pretty much the same. It's the price difference is the cost of the actual product. So it's in the U.S. it's $128, and then Canada it's $159. So there is a difference. It does work. It does show you the difference, and that's where you do it on that wellness subscription. And then, of course, then you go into the payment. Now, this is a U.S. order that I did for this, and because it's from my account, all my information was already entered. And now I would just enter my credit card data, and now my credit card data is already entered as well. And I did that from the, when I was servicing my account, and then just goes into the review and then submit. So really easy to follow, really easy to do, and that's the wellness subscription. Okay. Personal web page is the next on that drop-down menu, and again, very simple. You go to the settings, and again, all you have to do is just click on the edit of each one of these tabs, and it will tell you exactly what you need to do to set it up. And you can access your personal website from two places. The first is from this drop-down menu, and the second is from the My Business page. And once you're in, the page provides instructions on managing your website. And by clicking on each edit button, you will go to another page with specific instructions for the item described. And at the end, then you can preview your site. And you can see I figured this out because my picture's up there. and so when I send it out, it also, my details are up on the left with my picture on my personal web page. So this function is very simple to follow, easy to use, and easy to create. Okay. And then, of course, the last one before we get into the quick links and the upcoming events was the logout. Make sure you just log out every time, because the system might be thinking you're still logged in for some reason. Anyway, at the very bottom of the section, you've got upcoming events and the quick links. So let's just quickly look at that. And so the upcoming events, very simpler. It's a calendar. You click on the calendar, it goes that date, and events are posted. And this page hasn't been loaded yet, but here you're going to be able to create an event or see the listed events, and I'm sure as they get everything stabilized out, it will. And then once you click open, you can see the details of that. You can add a new event, and all the other events should be posted. So right now this is not functioning because there's no data in there yet, but that's what it's going to be used for. The quick links, this is awesome. This is great. And again, I can see more things are going to be added here, including training, which I'm looking forward to. So when you click on the link and move to the new page, the content based on what is described. So the catalog is a virtual flipbook. Consultant price list is the same as before. Retail price list is the same as before. Nikken Next is a list of the YouTube videos that are available. Life and Balance is a link to the tools providers, which takes you off the Nikken site, and then coming soon will be training videos. So if we look at this, the catalog, it's the Nikken catalog, it's the virtual. If we look at the consultant price list, again, it'll take you to that consultant price list, and it'll take you to the price list for the country that you're registered in. So if you're in the United States, it'll take you US. If you're a Canadian distributor, then it'll take you to Canada's price list. And I think what will happen is the retail price will be US, the retail price will be, both of them will be listed here. Anyway, so if you're having a challenge there's going to be the fix. You can kind of figure and look ahead as to what can or won't happen. And then, of course, here's the the price list. And then we've got the Nikken Next videos that are available, and then the link to the flyers and brochures for Life and Balance tools. So again, it's a great resource to provide everything. And then so from that perspective, you can see that in the future, great things can be added there to make it easy to navigate throughout the site. Okay, so in this first video, we covered the main navigation tabs and icons. In the second video, we're going to cover the main menu bar, Shop Now, Manage My Subscription, My Business Page, Genealogy, Create Link, and View Links, and then, of course, Tools. So thanks for being on. Information is valuable as it can be compared to other information that helps you become more successful. If you have any questions, you know how to reach me, and I'll be here and happy to assist you. And thanks for watching this, and look forward to the second video. So right now I'll stop sharing and we'll end this. Thanks for being on. Hope you have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Bye for now.